Hey folks, just doing a quick video today on identifying rot in hives and identifying stuff you want to kind of rotate out. Now, over time you want to rotate boxes out, get them painted, get them back into circulation, get rot off of them. With this one, most of these are good. This top one, it's about time to give it a painting. But here's the thing, people often confuse peeling paint with rot, and that's incorrect. This is all solid wood still. Giving it a poke test. It definitely needs to get painted, but because it's on a sunny side typically for most of the day, it stays dry. So it's not rotting anytime soon, but we do want to rotate it out. And when I say rotate, remember that bees are kind of like a fire. They burn their way upward. In the beginning of winter, if you rotated boxes and all that, your hive will be down here, and over winter they're going to burn upward. Well, in spring, that's where you rotate wherever the brood is back to the bottom. But you can use this opportunity if they've abandoned some of the lower boxes to pull those boxes from circulation. The other really good time to pull them is during your honey harvest. If they're a honey box, that's a good time too. Coming through and looking for rot. No, just peeling paint. Right now I'm just doing the poke test. Oh, here's some rotten boy. Like right here, the poke test, wood is soft. See right there? That box is going to need rotated out come the first warm weather of spring. The first 70-degree day I get, I'm going to rotate that guy out. You can see that I taped here because there was some rot where the box joined, but here we have other soft places in it. Wow, right here in the center of the box, yeah, see? We can poke and it's all soft. That's rotten. That is a box that needs to come out and either get patched or retired. And honestly, it's so bad because I got more rot up here at the top that that one probably is going to head toward retirement and become a swarm trap. We'll pull it in and see what's redeemable on it, but that one may be at the end of its time. You have other guys like this who, it's good hardwood, like this part rotted a while ago, but it's actually still good. It gives another entrance. It's not a bad thing. You might not want the entrance around the back of the hive though. Here we have a rotten hive wall. I pulled this off of a hive, replaced it with a new hive wall, and you can see that it's just rotten. Down here you can see it's soft and rotten. Like, it doesn't pass the poke test, which is you poke your finger at it, and if it's spongy, yeah, that's rotten wood. Now, a good question is, why does wood rot? Well, that is because of fungus. What makes fungus grow? Moisture and warmth. And when something stays moist long enough, especially wood that's not well protected, it will begin to rot. And that rot can be activated by becoming moist again. And when it becomes moist, the fungus will spread, more rot will spread. So how do we deal with rot when we encounter it? Well, a few ways. One, which you see me do a lot on here, is I'll cut the rotten part off and put a patch there, and then just paint it over and seal it. And hopefully that got rid of the rotten part and prevented its future spread, and on top of it, prevented it from getting the same conditions, because if you put these boxes in the exact same conditions that led to them getting way too moist or having those issues, they're gonna rot again. Another good way is really just kind of sealing the rot in. If it's only a few spots and it's not too bad and you don't want to go about cutting it out, well, you could just paint over it. And that's a good way of putting a nice barrier on it. It slows it down, it mitigates it, but it doesn't make the rot go away. It leads to a situation where, you know, this is dry. It has no integrity. It's but it only takes this getting wet again for the rot to reactivate and spread. I hope you learned something useful about the very intriguing topic of wood rot that didn't put you to sleep. And use it in going over your hive boxes now. Look over what you have in storage. Look over any hives that died before you put that equipment back into use. When you pull off boxes from the bottom of the hive, because the bees have moved upward throughout winter, take a look. It's a good time to get those out there, especially if things are being unseasonably warm where you are, like in Maryland here. I haven't pulled any boxes off of hives or out of rotation yet because I didn't want to break the seal yet. But if things are as warm as they are right now in late February, by mid-March, I'll probably pull a few more boxes. I might switch them out with boxes that have recently been restored and just move the frames over. That way there's a really quick transition. But remember, you really want it to be at least in the mid 60s to pull a frame, if not the 70s. You can open a hive up in the 50s, but you could chill that brood if you start pulling frames. So be careful. And thank you for watching.